Here we have x2t here in part B, and we want to make this signal from xt. Well, if we look at this signal, we see that we already found this value of the signal, this part of the signal, and also use different color, this part of the signal as well. And we saw that this is x of t plus 1, and this is x of minus t plus 1. Okay, well, x2t is x2t equals 1 for the time interval between -1 and 1, and is 0 for other time intervals from larger from 1 or smaller from -1. Okay, so I can partition this x2 and write it like this: x2t equals 1 for time interval between -1 and 0, and it is 1 for time interval between 0 and 1, and it is 0 for the rest. Okay, so let's focus on this part first, here. Well, I have the signal, and we know it is x of minus t plus 1. I need something to add to this signal to make the value of the signal equal to 1 in this interval 0 to 1. Okay, and that signal would be this signal. Okay, if I add these two signals, add them up, then I would say the value of the signal in this interval 0 to 1 would be 1. That's obvious. This signal is actually fills this part. Okay, but what is this signal? This is xt. We already have it. We don't need to do anything. So I would say if I add xt, so from this I can conclude that if I add x of minus t plus 1 to x of t, then I can say this is 1 in the interval between 0 to 1, and it is 0 for the rest of intervals. Okay, I did this for the right part. So these two together actually fills or cover up this part, the whole part here. This is square here, from 0 to 1. Okay, I should do the same for this part, the left part. Okay, so we have this signal, and I want to focus on this part, the left side, from in the interval from -1 to 0. And all right, so I need something like this to add up to the signal. Then we would have or maybe I can plot it better. Yeah, okay, so if I add these two up, then I can say the value of the signal in the interval from -1 to 0 is 1. But what is this green part? This green part actually you can say that covers up this part. Okay, so what is that? This is actually I can say this is inverted version of xt here. If I flip this xt over vertical axis y, I label it by y, if I flip it over time, then we have this green part. So I can say this xt is nothing but x of minus t. So you can see that this is, I can add these two signals, and I would have x of t plus 1 for the blue part plus x of minus t for the green part. And this says the value of the signal is 1 if for the interval actually between minus 1 and 0, and the value of the signal is 0 for other intervals. And if I add them up, these two, if I add these two up, then we would have something like this. We would have, let me write it here, we would have x2t equals x of t plus 1 plus x of minus t plus x of minus t plus 1 plus x of t, and we can say this is 1 for interval between minus 1 and 1, and it is 0 for t smaller than minus 1 or for t larger than 1, and you can write it like this, for t larger than 1 instead. Okay, so this is how we can build x2 using different versions of xt.